Lesson 13. Adults are too busy.
Warm-up dialogue. Busy, busy, busy. Do you really know any adults?
Sure, my parents.
No, I mean, do you really know them? How much time do you spend with them?
Well, not much, I guess. If I ask them to play a game with me, they say they're too busy.
I know what you mean. When I ask them to help me with my homework, they say, I don't have time.
My parents are even too busy to spend time with each other. They exercise separately and eat at different times.
Do your parents ever even talk with each other?
Not that I'm aware of.
When my folks get home late, they've usually been drinking and they go directly to bed.
If I get home late, Mom usually isn't there, so I have to fix my own meal.
Do your parents ever make excuses for being so busy?
They tell me they have to work so hard for the family that they don't have any time to spend with us.
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, I bet they'd feel better if they actually got to relax with us and have some fun.
Questions. 1. What's the biggest problem adults have according to Jeremy's parents? 2. What are the main excuses they give? 3. What could they do to solve the problem? Pictures talk.
One. Question number 1. Does your father work a lot? What about your mom? Question number 2. What time does your father usually come home? Question number 3. How often does your father say, I'm too busy, or I'm too tired?
2. Question number 1. Do you think adults spend a lot of time taking care of their parents? What makes you think so? Question number 2. Do you think adults spend much time taking care of their kids? Why do you think that way? Question number 3. Despite what they say, do you think they mostly just take care of themselves? Explain your answer.
3. Question number 1. Adults always claim to be busy, but they always make time to enjoy themselves. What do you think about that? Question number 2. Why do you think so many adults smoke and drink so much? Question number 3. Do you believe they smoke and drink because of their jobs or for some other reason? Explain your answer.
4. Question number 1. Whom do adults usually have to meet? Why? Question number 2. Do you usually stay at home when your parents go out to meet somebody? How do you feel then? Question number 3. Which do you think is more important, parents meeting somebody else or playing with their kids?
5. Question number 1. Do your parents play golf? Why or why not? How often? Question number 2. Do you think playing golf is expensive or cheap? How much does it cost? Question number 3. What sports do your parents enjoy?
6. Question number 1. Do you think adults really are always busy with their kids? Why or why not? Question number 2. How often do your parents make time to play, study, or talk with you? Question number 3. Some kids are left alone with no parental care. Why? Answer me. One, hard at work. Dad? Dad?
What?
I need some help with my homework.
Right now I'm busy. I'll help you later.
What are you doing?
I'm working.
But you're just watching television.
No, I'm not. I'm working in my mind. I have a problem at work that I have to solve, and I'm thinking about it.
When will you be ready to help me?
As soon as the football game is over. Questions. 1. Do you believe Laura's father? Why or why not? 2. What would you do if you were in Laura's situation? 3. Which should be more important, father's work or Laura's homework?
2. Passing the buck.
Mom, I need you.
Okay, but right now I can't. I have something to do.
Yes, I know how busy you are. You're always busy shopping and gossiping with your friends on the phone.
But I'm not too busy to spank my disrespectful son.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I need your help. I have a science project that I'm having trouble with.
Can you get your dad to help you? He's better in science than I am.
I already asked him. He told me he was too busy, so I should ask you.
Questions. 1. Does your mom work outside the home? What does she do? 2. What keeps your mom busy most of the time? How does she spend her time? 3. Do you think most women talk a lot? How about men? 3. Parentless part-time.
Did you ever feel like an orphan?
Of course not, silly. Both of my parents are still alive.
So are mine, but I never see them on weekends.
Why not?
I don't know, but they always tell me they have something to do, and I spend all weekend home alone.
Don't you ever get to go with them?
No, never.
What about the rest of the week?
Well, Mom's always home and Dad comes in from work early every day, so then I don't feel like I'm by myself.
I guess you really are a weekend orphan then.
Questions. 1. Do your parents spend time with you on weekends? 2. What do you usually do together? 3. Do you really enjoy being with your parents, or would you rather spend more time with your friends? Explain your answer.
4. Never too late. Dad, what are you doing?
I'm studying English.
Why? You aren't in school anymore. You graduated a long time ago.
A person doesn't have to be in school in order to need to study.
But why?
Everyone has to learn new skills and meet new challenges. And besides, it can be fun.
I don't ever think it's fun.
Well, I guess I felt that way too when I was your age. Maybe that's why I have to study English now. If I had studied it well when I was a kid, it wouldn't be so hard for me to learn now.
But why do you need it now?
I have a chance for a big promotion, but I have to be fluent in English to get it. So I have to study hard.
Questions. 1. Do your parents ever study English? Why or why not? 2. Do they ever study anything? What? 3. Do they think English is difficult? Why is English so different from your own language? Let's talk more.
1. Many responsibilities. I understand that adults are busy. For instance, both of my parents work, and they still have a family to support and a home to look after. They also have to plan on taking care of themselves even after they stop working. Traditionally, kids have supported their parents when they get old, but my parents are afraid that modern kids won't do that anymore. I tell them not to worry, but they say they don't want to take any chances. Questions. 1. Do you think your parents have a hard time supporting you? 2. Do your parents want you to take care of them after they retire? How do you feel about that? 3. If you can't support them when they get old, what would they do?
2. The usual answer. I don't believe that adults are as busy as they claim to be. It seems to me that they can always find the time to do whatever they like. They just pretend to be busy when I need them to do something with me. Then all I hear is later or not right now. If I ask why, they just say I'm busy. Questions. 1. Why are parents busy? 2. Do you know why adults say I'm busy so often? What is your opinion? 3. Are kids busier than adults or less busy, do you think?
3. Busy too. Teenagers are busy too, you know. They have to study a lot of boring subjects in school, and then after school, they still have to study something else, like piano or English. But the adults never realize how busy their kids are and think that they are the only ones who are really busy. I wish I really did have as much free time to be with my friends as my parents seem to think I have. Questions. 1. Are you busy? What do you do? 2. Do your parents know that you are busy? Do they ever do anything to help you relax? What? 3. Who is busier, do you think? You, your mother, or your father? Who has the most fun in life?
4. How do they do it? I respect my parents. They are always ready to learn something new and willing to correct themselves if they are wrong. They keep reading books and thinking. They even write down their thoughts in a journal. They are never idle even when they are at home relaxing. And they still find plenty of time to spend with me. I hope I'm like that when I grow up. Questions. 1. Are your parents ever idle? When? 2. What do your parents do when they have free time? 3. What are your parents studying these days, if anything? What about you? Real talk. The new division of labor.
It's been a long day. I'm going to watch a football game on TV.
Me too.
I don't like football, but I'll gladly watch it with you. How about you, Mom?
I'd love to, but unfortunately I'm not finished yet. While the three of you are relaxing after a long day, I'm still working. That doesn't seem very fair to me.
I think you kids should help your mother.
What about you? Are you going to be the only one in this household who gets waited on hand and foot?
Oh, I didn't mean that I wasn't going to help too. What do you want me to do?
Why don't you clean the bathroom? Every week.
Okay, it's a deal. Harold, why don't you vacuum the floor?
I'll do the dishes.
Good. I'm glad you're all taking me seriously for a change.
While we're doing our chores, what are you going to do?
I think I'll watch that football game you mentioned.
Questions. 1. What are the kids and their dad planning to do? 2. Why doesn't their mother think this is fair? 3. What solution is decided on? Is it fair?
Read me. Who's the busiest? Why are people so busy? Does life have to be that way? Before the so-called labor-saving devices became available, people were more productive and yet had more time to relax. Novelists who had to write and revise by hand were more prolific and had more to say than modern ones who use word processors to do most of their work. Without mechanical equipment and chemical fertilizers, farmers planted more acreage and the food was more varied and healthier than now. But today, we can do two things at once. So our employers, our parents, and our teachers expect us to do so all the time. After a while, we take it for granted that we're supposed to be multitasking. But we are generally less satisfied with our work output because it has become such an impersonal process. And its quality is also probably worse due to a lack of loving attention given to the fine details. Adults like to complain about how busy they are. But I know I start school before my parents go to work, and I'm not finished until after they both get back home. So, if being busy means the amount of time spent doing what someone else wants one to do, instead of the time spent working on one's own private affairs, then I guess kids are the busiest people there are. Questions. 1. How would you define busy? According to that definition, how busy are you? 2. If you spend a lot of time on your hobbies or playing with your friends, does that count as being busy? 3. Some adults make enough money and have plenty of time to relax, while others are always busy but make a little money. What's the difference between them?